Good evening, and welcome to another one of my segments of A Verse a Day Keeps Islam Away. Today I would like to discuss paganism. How paganism is the root of what Islam is based upon, and the parallelisms between pagan beliefs and Islamic beliefs today. Today I would like to talk about Al-Hajj. As you know, Al-Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Those 5 pillars being Al-Shahada, Al-Salat, Al-Zakat, Al-Sawm, and Al-Hajj. First of all, Al-Hajj takes place in a city called Mecca, Mecca Al-Mukarramah. And just real quick, to give you a real quick history about it, this is when Abraham had his son Ishmael through Hagar, Hajar. So Abraham got rid of his son, got rid of Hagar, who was actually his concubine, and they were sent to the desert. Now, the story has it that Ishmael was so thirsty, was so yearning for water, that Hagar was so desperate for her son's sake that she was trying to find water for him. And then she started running around 7 times until she found water. What I don't understand is, why would somebody run around 7 times in a circle until they find water? Nevertheless, she found water out of this wonderful spring called Yanbu' Zamzam, the spring of Zamzam, which is, till today, it springs holy water from it that God had sent down upon to Ismail. Now, the whole basis and the whole premises of a Hajj is, upon arrival to Mecca, there's something called Al-Kaaba. Al-Kaaba kind of comes from the Arabic root, or Arabic word, Al-Kaab, Al-Muka'ab, which is a block, a cube. So, Al-Kaaba is really nothing more than this little rectangular, cube-like building or structure, which is extremely holy. And I will get to the fact as to why it is holy in just a little bit. However, Muslims are supposed to circumambulate around Al-Kaaba 7 times. Now, why is it so holy? What is so holy about Al-Kaaba? Within it is housed Al-Hajar Al-Aswad, the black stone. Now, the black stone, which nobody has seen, by the way, it is inside this cube, and all you could see is a little window that you could see something black inside. But Al-Hajar Al-Aswad, this black stone, supposedly is a meteor that came upon from God and hit right in front of Adam's feet. Now, Adam eventually hid that black stone. And now this is where the story starts getting a little bit mixed up, because Ibrahim, was the one who uncovered that stone, and from that point on, they reminisce, they do what Abraham did, and they worship that stone. Oh, I'm sorry, not worship that stone. They circumambulate around it, and every time they pass around the little window that has a stone showing, they must touch it and kiss it. And however, if you're not too close to it, since about every year about 3 million people make this pilgrimage, and you know, it's kind of small and confined, about 300-400 people get trampled and died every year. Nevertheless, if you're not close enough to where you can touch it and kiss it, every time you pass around it, you must say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Alright, so now you have 3 million devout Muslims circumambulating this weird cubical structure with that which you cannot see inside by the little black stone. In essence, they are practicing as to how to worship God, Allah, because the Kaaba is supposed to represent Arsh Allah, the throne of God. So here on earth, they take a little practice run as to how they will walk around the throne of God once they get up to Al-Firdaus. Now I know what every single one of you is thinking right now. Who built the Kaaba? Like, for real, dude. Who built it? Where did it come from? where did it originate? Al-Kaaba actually existed and predated Islam by, I don't know, a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 years. Al-Kaaba is supposed to house 360 idols, and it was actually built for the god or the deity Hubal. Hubal being the god of the moon, Ilah al-Qamar. Now we still see remnants of Hubal even in the Quran today, because Hubal is supposed to have had 3 daughters. These 3 daughters are Al-Lat, Al-Uzza, and Al-Manat. In Surah Al-Najm, Al-Quran, Surah number 53, verse number 19 through 21, where it talks about, have you then considered the Lat and the Uzza and Manat, the third of the last, for you the males and for him the females. I guess essentially in essence it's saying that for you as devout worshippers of Islam, of Allah, you must worship the male of those 4 deities, which is Allah, and I'll go back to that in a little bit. And for him, for Allah, he shall worship the females, which are his 3 daughters, Al-Uzza, Al-Lat, and Manat. One of the most interesting hadiths that mentions Al-Hajj is narrated by Sahih al-Bukhari, book number 2, volume 26, hadith number 689, where it's narrating Abu al-Hurayri. In the year past to the last Hajj of the Prophet, when Allah's Apostle made Abu Bakr the leader of the pilgrims, Abu Bakr sent me in the company of the group of the people to make a public announcement. No pagan is allowed to perform Hajj after this year. And no naked person is allowed to perform tawaf of the Kaaba. Now, when it's saying that no pagan shall perform the tawaf, the circumambulation after this year, this clearly indicates that pagans up until that year had been performing al-tawaf, the circumambulation, the hajj, the turning around this little magical, mystical cube. What's really interesting is how they banned people from doing it naked. So, people actually, not only did the pagans circumambulate and perform the tawaf around al-Kaaba, but they used to do it naked, just like any other pagans. Now, do you remember how earlier I had mentioned that the story is a little confusing and doesn't really add up? Now, after they perform the circumambulation and drink out of the well of Zamzam and whatever, another event to do at this theme park that you go to is you go to this place, and I really forgot what the process is called. I can look it up, or I can just post it on the side in a little bit. But where you cast stones into nothingness. And this is to remind Muslims how Ibrahim had cast the stones upon the devil, Rajam al-Shaitan. Now, this is where it really doesn't make sense. Why would Abraham have gone there to perform al-Hajj and to drink out of Nab' Zamzam and to cast stones and Yarjum al-Shaitan, to cast stones upon the devil? He banished his concubine and his bastard son. Why would he go there? Do you guys not even think about that? The last thing I want to mention that really ties in with paganism is something in the hadith. This is from Hadith al-Bukhari, book 2, volume 17, hadith 128. Essentially, the followers of Muhammad were asking him for rain because it was not raining. So Muhammad went outside and did his little thing and it started raining. However, afterwards it was raining so hard that they asked him again and said, "Hey Muhammad, it's raining so hard that we can't even walk home." So he went back outside, did his little thing, and it stopped raining. And what is that? I think we have a video just coming right in. This is Muhammad performing his rain dance. That was wonderful. Alright, I want to say thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you again later. Take care, and have a good evening. Bye.